Hello, welcome to the stream. Um, bop, bop. I don't have much time today. I gotta be. That's why I'm like, it's like not my normal time. It's like 2 instead of 4, and it's gonna be maximum of an hour because I gotta be somewhere. I gotta hit the road. Um, but trying to like be consistent here. So short, um, quick short stream is better than nothing. Is what I'm saying. Um, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Let's see here. Twitch notes. So we're gonna talk about the dev update. Not too much to report this week. Couple people made some connections to folks who will be working with on the code base. I don't want to like share their identities or anything like that. I just figured but like connections are being made, and in the process of these connections being made, I'm getting better at making connections, so that's good. What else? Gonna be working on the who's it? What am I working on? Oh, the visualization needs some work. So on generalizing the what's the word? The launch post, I guess. Posts visualization, and hopefully done by next week. And next week's maybe I can do it. No, I can't do that this week. Next week's dev update will maybe be more exciting. So get hype. Get hype, friends. And here's a cat. Okay, she was just walking by. Maybe more exciting. Let's see, what else? What else? Easy, buddy. Anything else? Oh, we're going to be working on the Maya thing. Jacob Wellner, I think I can share his name. He would be into that. Has made a Maya exporter. Will be playing with that today. I don't know how to use Maya though, so. But my hope, like I don't know how to use Maya, and like realistically, I don't really intend to learn. I'm much more interested in learning Blender just because of the free open source aspect of that, which is kind of like big, largely on Vibe here. But I think that the way that the Maya exporter was made will, like, people who have savvy in these things could probably use that as kind of like a framework to develop their own exporters for your Blenders and your maybe Unity, maybe Godot, maybe someone mentioned Houdini. Old Mycon, who pops by here from time to time, is a big fan of 3ds Max. I think that's what they call it. I don't know nothing about nothing here. So, also you can't read this, can you? There you go. Probably still can't read that, but you can probably read it better. So I guess there's no reason not to try. There's a thing I was kind of hoping. First of all, is that actually legible? I literally don't know. I don't think it is. Not really. Hmm. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Depends how the stream is working. Let's try. Let's try. I don't know. Can this... Hello, One Limsky. I'm happy that you're here and excited. Hi, Mom. So, can the system be tested and used and shared? Sort of. It's still in development, and technically it is possible to use it now, but like realistically, it wouldn't be super easy. Hello, Moa. Thanks for popping by on this oddly scheduled stream. But yeah, so the answer is technically yes, but realistically, probably not. We're moving towards like an alpha phase, so we're currently in like pre-alpha, which is just not. It's sort of like it's like I can make it work. Like people who like work directly with me can like often make it work, but it's just not quite like ready for prime time yet, and it won't be ready for prime time in a while, but it will be ready for non-prime time, hopefully soon. So if you are willing to like stick around for the next, I'm hoping to have the alpha out within the next 1 to 3 months. Hopefully closer to 1, but we all know how these things go. So short answer is technically yes, but practically probably not, but we'll get there soon. Yeah, awesome. And join the Discord if you're interested in that. There's a Discord server, and there's a Twitter, and there's this, and there's a Reddit, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, happy to have you around, and happy for your interest. Sick. Thanks, One Limsky. Okay. I'm going to try to be periods of time. Epochs. Oh, hey, what's up, Kendrick? I have actively, like, I forgot, so I didn't forget, but I didn't get to, you'll get a message from me on Discord soon. I'm going to make a connection between you and iFire and Steven from my lab. Oh, shit. Congratulations, Tombsday Gloomsday. Or I guess preparatory congratulations. I'll say congratulations now, and you can just kind of hold on to that and then use it when it's appropriate. But congratulations on feeling like that's the right move. That's cool. You can mocap. No, I wouldn't mocap. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't. That seems like the wrong move. It doesn't work on multi-person anyway, so it would be you'd just get a monster skeleton out of it that you wouldn't want. There's a cat on I'm currently rubbing a kitty belly right now. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. I see. It's one of those like we all know it's coming, but it's up to you to choose the flavor kind of thing. That seems like the right way to live your life. Okay. I need to be like, what's the word? I need to be like hurry, not hurry, but like a little bit hurry. I'm gonna try something today. This is not a great move. It's not like a bad move, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. What I really want to start doing, or dual wielding, that's funny. Ooh, cool. Probably the best like in a nutshell story thing would be the submission post that I made on the Reddit, the submission comment that I made on the Reddit post. So if you, I don't even know where to find that. I made a comment. I don't know. I'll see if I can track that down real quick for you. Are you gonna like write a fake article about me? Because people write fake articles about me pretty regularly these days. It's a thing that I've noticed. I've mentioned that where like I'll make a post or something like that, and then I'll find like an article that was written as if the people had interviewed me, when in reality they had just like copy pasted a lot of my comments that I had made in various places and like pretended that it was an interview, which like I don't like super mind. Wait. It's just I do think it's funny though. Yeah. Okay, cool. So the top comment is this one. My cat is playing with my hand. I know, it's like it's like one of these things. It's kind of like, yeah, welcome here. It's funny. It's like a lot of them, like the language is kind of, it's interesting how they do it. Because they'll be like, here's this project that's going on. It's like, that's accurate. And like the founder or creator said this about it. And it's like, that's true. I did say that. But it's kind of like you read through it and it's kind of like, at no point did they say, we copy pasted these comments from Reddit. He didn't say this to us, but he did say it. So it's like technically, you know, like they're reporting on like what happened on a different part of the internet. It's just like, there was like once or twice, and this was like in the past, like long time ago, not for this project, where I came across articles that like seemed like actually disingenuous, where they actually seemed, they like clipped up what I said to be like question and answer. That was weird. The internet's weird. So, cancel. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. My cat, this kitty right here, has takes much pleasure in sleeping on the F keys. But she's good. It's a fine. But no, she like hit the button. It's like, do you want to remove this entire thing? No. Stop. Okay. She almost just like wrecked my entire like Streamlabs setup with some button pressed. I don't even know. Probably delete. I don't know. Okay. Right. So what I was gonna say is, I don't know if this is actually feasible, but like, so for this week, what I'm gonna try to do, I think is not feasible. But what I want to start doing, just because I think it'd be fun, is I've been doing these dev updates, right? And I'm doing them at a computer that can mocap me. So what I want to start doing is like basically, as I'm doing the dev updates, 1 second, I'll answer that in a second. But what I want to start doing is once I like as I'm recording these like weekly dev updates, like also just mocap it, and then like when I release the videos on Friday mornings, which I've been doing, like have it be like the normal thing, like I'm sitting here like blah 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 blah, but then like in this window here, instead of being like whatever, some random thing, it will just be like a motion captured version of that same video, which I think would be both fun and also like that's the kind of like what would happen is, first of all, it'd be like advertising for the thing, and secondly, like over time it would become like a representation of like the progress in the reconstruction, which I don't know, I think it's fun. But I don't know if it's possible right now. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. One Limsky. So at the moment, the only real export that happens from this data is in the form of a NumPy array, where the NumPy array is it's like 3-dimensional array. Because I'm from MATLAB, so like I that's like I prefer to think in like 3-dimensional and 4-dimensional arrays, which is like, that's just me though. But it's like frame, so it's frame marker dimensions. So it's one dimension is the number of frames. Mwah! Love you too. One dimension is the number of frames, one dimension is the number of markers, and one dimension is the number of XYZ. So that does get saved. But today we're going to be talking about, but that's not like particularly useful, especially for like animator types. So today we're going to be looking at this bit of code that Jacob Wellner made that converts that NumPy array into like a Maya. So Jacob wrote a converter that basically like reads in the NumPy array and converts it into something that like Maya is happy with. Like it's got a hierarchical like skeleton rig format. So we're gonna play with that. I don't have Maya, so I can't actually run it. But hopefully, if I can get like a demo script up, which he made one, then I can share that with like on the Discord server, and then people who have like both Blender and Maya savvy can like maybe do some conversions or something like that. But yeah. Moa, this is what happens when you're self-taught, is you wind up like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Sort of like the NumPy array contains like the dots, but they're not hierarchically formatted. There's no like parent-child relationships, but like it is the dots. And then what Jacob's code does is it converts it with some knowledge of how OpenPose is organized. It converts it into kind of like a rig, like so, like the hand is like a child of the wrist, and the wrist is a child of the elbow, or whatever. But that's kind of like that's the direction we're moving towards. And Moa, like there's a MATLAB, where MATLAB, the MAT in MATLAB stands for matrix, kind of lends itself to like high dimensional arrays, but it is like. It's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe indeed. Okay. All right. What am I doing? Okay. Right on. That's cool, Socrae. Kendrick. Couple things to say on that. First of all, Moa, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. That's an interesting history. I'm guessing there was kind of a divergence in like academic versus non-academic data science, or like, I don't know. It's hard to say. MATLAB's weird. MATLAB's like lineage goes back to Mathematica, I think. And then like a lot of like NumPy is designed to be like MATLAB, but it's, I don't know, it's interesting. Also, you have dated yourself. You are a grown person, which makes me think you probably are a skillful human. Not that young people can't be skillful, but like if you're young and skillful for long enough, you become old and super powerful. So, welcome to this stream, you eldritch horror, you. Not horror, eldritch creature of power. I don't know. I like to think of the world as if it was video games. Yeah, it's a lot of shock and awe. It's always been kind of my my vibe with this stuff. It's kind of like there's enough going on there that you could just stare at it forever, that's been my career. Hello, Magician Gur. So Kendrick, if you haven't found it yet, there is a series on YouTube. Interesting. That's funny. There's a series on YouTube for like Blender add-ons, that I found super helpful. Blender add-on Python. What's it called? Scripting. Did you see the one that's like Sibin, whatever his name is, Cybren, Cybren, scripting for artists. This is the one you want. Oh no, not this one.
Let's get started. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sibren, and this is scripting for artists.
Scripting for artists. It is a playlist. This is the one you want.
Hello, and welcome to another.
Yeah, this is the most useful one. Like, I highly recommend, like, just start from the top, go to the beginning, go to the end. This was made by, like, Cybren, who's like a core Blender person, and it was made, like, in the early pandemic. And then they, like, stopped because they're like, oh, I guess, like, you know, we can go back to work now. We're going to stop making these, like, incredibly helpful videos. But this was the most helpful, like how to code a Blender add-on thing I found. And if you're using VS Code, you should be using this Blender development add-on. Oh, right on. Yeah. This Blender development thing by Jacques Luc, who is the same guy. Yeah. Is this are you linking to Kendrick's thing? Oh. Come on, play. No, skip ad. Come on, show me good stuff. Cool. Curious about that offset. But that is cool. Okay, I need to focus. I need to focus on what I'm doing. What am I doing? But yeah, Kendrick, it's open source, right? We do what we can, what we got when we can do it. And this semester is indeed starting soon, so we'll see how that goes for both of us on both sides of the fence. But it's cool. The key is non-zero. As long as you consistently make non-zero progress, it will accumulate. That's the key. The other key is progress capture. Ooh, exams. Like, you know, if you do need to stop, like, try to set your life up so that, like, the work you're doing doesn't just, like, evaporate when you stop putting effort into it. Progress capture. It's a climbing term. Okay. I'm just gonna. This is my brother's music, by the way. Neon X Death is the guy. Neon X Death on Spotify. If you're into that. What am I doing? I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna like act as if. What branch am I on right now? I'm gonna go through the motions of recording the developer update. But I'm not sure I'll be able to actually like follow through on it this week, but next week I should be able to. So progress. Progress. We are on PikeT Pipeline Media Pipe. I think that's the right one. It's a good one to be on. I don't know. We'll still do, let's see, how many minutes? Let's see, so, Python. So 2 minutes times 60 seconds times 30 frames per second is 3,600. 3,600 times 3 is 10,000. So that's 10,000 frames. So if I record a 2-minute update on 3 cameras at 30 frames per second, that's 10,000 frames. 10,000 frames divided by, let's say, 2 frames per second. So it's 5,000 seconds divided by 60. Okay. Is that right? 3,083 minutes. That's an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, that's actually not crazy. So if I record a 2-minute update on this computer with 3 cameras, I think with OpenPose, which is the only one MediaPipe is kind of starting to work, but I don't really trust it yet. It just needs some work. But if I record a 2-minute video on this computer with 3 cameras, it should process in about an hour and a half. Let's give it a shot. We're all about that non-zero effort here today. Because I got a place to be. I got to go somewhere. And so rather than skipping this week's stream entirely, I have instead opted to non-zero. Okay. I'm imagining using OpenPose. OpenPose is crazy slow. OpenPose is like 1 or 2 frames per second kind of thing. But yeah, OpenPose is crazy slow. It's just, that's sort of the nature of that particular beast. But it's more accurate, so that's what you get. Okay, can I run you? You gonna work? Yeah, for sure. These things keep coming out. There's so many of these things. There's AlphaPose. There's MediaPipe. It will continue to get better. And this system is being built with the intention of sort of incorporating in the new technologies as they come out. So we'll see in the future. Magician Gur. 2 cameras. So for my system, 2 cameras is 100% necessary. You cannot do 3D reconstruction with 1. Your media pipes and whatnot, they do give you some kind of 3D from a single camera, but like, don't trust it. Like, it's that, as like a scientist, like, it's not. They're just making guesses about what the 3D data is. So I don't really consider that a measurement. It's just sort of like a random guess. So for the geometric reconstruction that I'm doing, 2 cameras is 100% necessary. 3 cameras, you get more bang for your buck because of the increase in just like you just get more views, and so occlusion's less of a problem. But yeah, try to build it. Okay. Let's see if we can just submit this. 0, 0, 0. We're going to do 7. That seems fine. Let's try that. Okay. If I do this, how's that look? Looks good. Okay. All right. So not too much to report this week. Made some connections with the folks working on the code base. Going to be generalizing post visualization. Launch post visualization. To work with any old recording. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so I'm just gonna record. Yeah, I know that that's what they claim. uh, if you have a camera if it needs the board, and if the camera's behind, then it'll do what it can without seeing my face. Hello, Natty. So like, again, this is kind of like, so Kendrick, to your point, like this is kind of bumping into like the differences between like myself as a scientist and what the tech industry cares about. Like for the tech industry, it's like, you can go ahead and approximate everybody's interocular distances being the same, and then use that as a feature, and you can sort of like show a video of someone holding a ruler and be like, yeah, that's accurate. But that's not accurate enough for research. The name changed recently, but it's interesting though. It's sort of an interesting distinction, and a lot of what I'm like, for me as a scientist, like a lot of what I am doing is like kind of is like sort of converting and translating from what the tech industry is doing to like what science needs. But it's interesting because there's overlap there for sure, but the needs and distinctions and desires are different. Okay. Let's do the best way to do the lighting. So that's fine. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this dev update. Let's see, I want you to be here. I want you to be here. That's funny. Yeah. Discord bots. Who is it? I don't know. There's some bot that announces my presence. I don't know because I don't ever see that bot because I just click go. Okay, let's see here. So some of the weirdest view. Okay, we'll see how that works. At the moment, it's kind of like they need to see the same board, not necessarily at the same time, but they use the fact that it's the same board to like the cameras need to know where they are relative to each other, and we use the board to teach them that. So if each of them was looking at like at it independently, it doesn't work. It has to be seen by not necessarily all cameras at the same time, but like this is fine as long as this also happens. This is based off AnyPose. So if you want to, like, we're using AnyPose for the camera reconstruction, the camera position reconstruction. So you can look that up. That's also, I mean, it'll get better over time, and we'll like add more robust methods. In a perfect world, we wouldn't need a board at all, but that's a work in progress. We'll get there. Okay. Let's give it a shot. We'll see. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna push. And I say, where are you? Oh, and then I close. And this pops up. I'm gonna try this. This isn't gonna work this week, but it's worth an effort. Okay, I'm going to start this first. And okay. And now let's record the dev update. All right. Okay, hello everybody. This is the dev update for whatever this is, August 19th. I don't have a super huge ton to report this week, but we've been working on stuff and made a couple connections with some people who are going to be helping out on developing and using the code base, which is exciting, kind of like behind the scenes stuff, but like it will make the code better. I am quite confident on that. I am going to be, a lot of the work this week, which hopefully shouldn't be too much work, is going to be adapting the visualization code that I use for this launch video to work sort of every time. Like this animation above me was, the code was written kind of like, it was sort of generalized, but there were some decisions I made to get it out on time that sort of like limited its applicability to like general recordings. But hopefully I can get that working, and so that we'll spit out a video similar to this every time you make a new free mocap recording. We're continuing to move towards alpha phase, at which point it will become more of like a janky but usable product by the general population. Again, kind of shooting for somewhere on the 1 to 3 month range for that. And today on this stream, I'm going to be playing with friend collaborator Jacob Wellner has made a data handler and Maya exporter to export the NumPy arrays that this thing produced to be readable by Maya, and then hopefully by extension, things like Blender and other 3D softwares. So I'm going to be playing with that code now. I don't know how to use Maya, so it's sort of limiting how far I can go with it, but hopefully that will be kind of like setting the stage for having more robust and generalized data exporters from free mocap that can be used by animators and game designers and things like that. So that's this week. Y'all have a lovely week, and I will see you next time. And hopefully, if all goes well, next week's update will be like cooler, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, bye. Wait. Oh wait, no, I should push the button. This thing, I push escape. Okay. So there's that. All right. So it recorded correctly. Okay, I'm gonna let this run, and we'll just see where it gets to. It might finish. The real question here is it going to finish before I have to leave for the weekend? Because if it doesn't, Mr. Foss, it'll be the data that comes out, which can be cleaned up. Cleaned up means a lot of different things. Like this data has been smoothed, but it hasn't been cleaned up in the sense of like being like fitted with an inverse kinematic rig or something like that. And there's some forms of, so like, it'll be what it is. And in the perfect world, in the future world, there will be kind of like options for tweaking. But we'll see. Okay, so you're continuing to run. We'll see if this gets together. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. If we're being perfectly honest, I'm kind of annoyed that like I asked him to like, hey, like he's like, I want to make a Maya exporter, and I was like, could you just make it a Blender exporter? And he's like, oh yeah, that'll be easy. And then he made a Maya exporter. Yeah, he just failed. What'd you fail for? Unexpected D-type. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Um, but my hope is that like if I get the Maya thing, like because I don't have Maya and I don't want to learn Maya. Um, so my hope is that there is somebody out there who has both Maya and Blender experience who can sort of like make that conversion happen more easily than I can, or I can like I have someone coming just like at the start of the semester. I'll have someone joining my lab or rejoining my lab who has animation experience, and I think she'll be able to make that conversion pretty quick. But I just wanted to put something up there. There's someone on the server who asked about Houdini. But yeah, I'm also like a little. It's like Maya. Come on, super expensive. Let's see. Where is the thing? All right. I think. So I want to do a merge from this. This branch is 12 commits ahead, contribute. Yeah, open pull request, FMC. There's a lot. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, Kendrick. And that's kind of like that's part of why I think it's worth like even if I'm not like particularly interested in Maya, it's worth like getting that add-on working because it's kind of like once it gets into the right format, then you're good. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do this. On the main? I don't want to put it on the main. GLTF? What does GLTF stand for? I don't know what that stands for. Ah. It's a format. Sure. Yeah, GLTF. That sounds great. Like ideally it works with everything, so it just kind of like right on. Interesting. Yeah, it's always kind of a question. Am I gonna put this on main? I think I'll put it on main. It doesn't conflict with anything. You're all set. Can be taken to the delete branch. Okay. Let's go to main. Stash. Okay. All right, so this is also kind of annoying that it's got like these like hard-coded paths in here. But let's just see. Does it save object to file? It does save object to file. I'm already kind of running out of time here. Is this Maya? No, this is the data handler. Oop, 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 oop. Yeah, I know, right? You can put it like up here. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that's a recent development. They added that very recently, which I find really helpful. But not right now. It says write to Maya. I don't know what write to Maya means. Like, is it like assuming that Maya's open and running and that it like makes a scene there? Okay. I need to go, unfortunately, so I don't actually have time to poke at this very hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write, I'm on the Discord server over here in Maya. I'm going to say, hi all. My friend slash collaborator Jacob Wellner has made a data handler that can theoretically port a free mocap recording to Maya. It's the reconstruction failed. I don't know why, and I don't have time to look into it. I'll try to get that working for next week. The data handler lives here. There we go. Lives here. And the Maya exporter lives here. And demo script that use it. If anyone is savvy in both Maya and any other 3D software like Blender, maybe you can use this to start building exporters to other softwares. Okay. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy message link. Actually, no, what I was going to do was I was going to comment. Someone in general discussion, I think, someone mentioned Houdini, which I don't know anything about Houdini. But I there we go, this random self. Hey, random self. Maybe you could use this stuff to start building a between free mocap and Houdini. All right, that's what I got. That's me. Okay, and that, my friendos, is all the time I have this week. Sorry for the short stream. That doesn't really get a whole lot done, but you know, non-zero is non-zero, so that's what I was shooting for. Thanks for popping by. Wish I could be around for longer, but I'll be back next week. You all have a lovely